Good morning, good morning. What's going on out there? This is Cigar Boxing. Like I said, at the end of the day, all we are fans. Let's get this smoke. Let's talk about this fight. The WBC Heavyweight Championship fight last night between the Bronze Bomber, the Bomb Squad, Deontay Wilder and Luis Ortiz. Let me first say congratulations to Deontay Wilder and a spectacular knockout in the 7th round. Some people call his right hand the hammer of Thor, but he definitely let them Panther claws out last night. In this fight, watching the fight, on my scorecard, I had Luis Ortiz winning almost every round. And, some people don't necessarily like the style of Deontay Wilder, but I'm going to talk about that in a minute. Luis Ortiz put on a great performance. Thank you for the performance you put on, Luis Ortiz. I hope to see you again. I don't want to see any or hear any excuses about Luis Ortiz being old. He came in great shape. I think this is the thinnest and toned he's looked for a fight in a while, but we got what we paid for. We got what we paid for, and we were entertained in this fight. Let me ask the question. Some of us, I know we streamed the fight. Some of us paid for the fight. But this is a dangerous fight. And I had a hard time, I predicted that Deontay Wilder would win this fight by knockout. I mean, you got to give this man his credit. And he's done it time and time and time again against the elite level of fighters in the division. So you can't take anything away from this man. I also want to point out in this fight, some of the things that Deontay Wilder does not get credit for, okay? One of the things with Deontay Wilder, he is always fighting an opponent that is heavier than him. He said it his own self, but coming into the ring, Deontay Wilder was about 119 pounds. And you got Luis Ortiz, who's above 240. And in most boxing, in weight divisions, if a guy he comes in sometimes, maybe 5 or 6 pounds difference. But you got Deontay Wilder giving up sometimes 20, 30, 40 pounds in a fight. Something needs to be said about that, ladies and gentlemen. Because most fighters have, weight stipulations, but there's no weight stipulation in the heavyweight division. So that needs to be applauded, okay? The fight kind of went the way I thought. I thought Deontay Wilder might have taken him out a little earlier. But here's the thing. Deontay Wilder is very athletic, not just boxing, multiple sports. Remember, he used to play football when he was younger. So he's an athletic type of fighter. He doesn't really have a style. And I know that frustrates some of us hardcore boxing fans. He's like a chameleon. He may wait, and once he unleashes them Panther claws, it's over. But the thing that Deontay needs to get timing for, I think he's getting better at his spacing and his distance. I think he's getting really good at that, controlling the distance in the fight. But also his timing, okay? Anybody who says Deontay Wilder does not have good timing doesn't understand boxing. Because some of the shots, the knockout shots that he's placed to get people down, are timed very well. And you got to give that up to his athletic ability and his trainers. So I'm amazed at his timing and his power. So I'm going to spend a minute talking about Deontay Wilder and his style. Some of us don't appreciate him, okay? He may not have a flashy style, but that power handles everything. Like Mike Tyson, he had the pickable style, with Customato, and it was a little flashy and stuff like that, but we went to go see knockouts. Deontay Wilder is doing the same thing with a different style. He reminds me a lot of George Foreman, where George Foreman didn't necessarily have the greatest style, but his power was there. And you just went to see Foreman and his knockouts. Case in point, and the power never leaves. Look at Foreman when he came back at 45 when he fought Michael Moore for the heavyweight championship of the world and knocked him out. That's kind of the same scenario that Deontay Wilder is in, but Wilder's much faster, controls the distance a little bit better, but his timing is everything. It's hard to hit Deontay Wilder with straight punches. This is what I keep telling y'all. Okay? At first, I was a little confused at Deontay Wilder's style. I was not a fan of it, but you have to give this man his props. Everybody he gets in the ring with, he knocks out. And that's not easy to do. That's a God-given power. That's nothing you can get in the gym. You can't build muscles for this guy. This guy comes in the ring, looks like a string bean. And this guy unleashes them panther claws, and it's over. One punch knockout power. And the thing is, in heavyweight boxing, you haven't seen this in a while. Since really the Tyson era. I mean, the Klitschko's have knockout power, but not on this level. That right hand hits you, it's night time. Okay? So, either way you face it, or either way you look at it, I think you should give Deontay Wilder his props, in my book, as a hardcore boxing fan. Also, I want to talk about this. Deontay Wilder has the right temperament to do this. He's a people person. I've seen his interviews and seen his temperament, outside of the ring. He doesn't get in trouble. He's not doing anything crazy. You see him as a family man. He has, his daughter's there, and he's a family guy. He's not out getting in trouble. For those of us out there, if you're not a fan, you should support this guy. He's doing the right thing, where you got athletes causing chaos, and this man is going on entertaining y'all, doing what he needs to do. I agree. Deontay Wilder should be more popular than what he is, but I think it's starting to catch on. I think the PBC promoted this fight very well, and people are catching on. And his knockouts aren't like pity-pat knockouts. They're spectacular knockouts. So his next fight, hopefully, is Tyson Fury. Or, to me, I'm going to be honest, I don't want to see him fight Tyson Fury next. I want to see him fight the winner of Ruiz versus Joshua. And I think Ruiz is going to win, in my opinion. But, y'all tell me what you think. I know some of us don't like Deontay Wilder, man, but you got to give him give him props for the type of power he has. Them panther claws he got, man, ain't to be messed with. Because this is probably, looking at it, one of the most feared heavyweights in a long time. You had Tyson, was obviously feared. Not many people feared the Klitschko brothers, or Lennox Lewis. But Deontay Wilder should be feared, man. His timing is what gets people. The timing he has and the power. So give him props for that. But I know this is the fight some of us didn't want to see, but we got what we asked for in this fight. So I'm anxious to see what's next. So WBC champ of the world. Hopefully we can get a undisputed champion shortly. I'm crossing my fingers, so let's go. Bomb Squad!